Hey guys, it's Simon here from HiveKeepers, and today I just wanted to talk to you about something that I've been doing with my bees over the last few days. This may be an unfamiliar location for you to see bees on my property, because normally they're way over the back, all the way over there behind the citrus trees, but they've been moved. And some of you might say, well, how do you move them? Sorry about the wind, but how do you move them such a short distance without having problems of orientation and issues like that? Well, that's what I want to talk to you about and show you how successful or otherwise the method that I've used has been. So you'd be familiar with the whole idea of moving a hive, say a foot or 2 foot at a time each day for however many days it takes for you to get your bees exactly to where you need them. That's obviously a method that you can use, and I've used it and it works. Easy if you're moving bees over a short distance. The other option is you move bees 3 to 5 or more kilometers away from where it is that you normally have them, and then you move them back 6 weeks later to the area across the yard where you want them. That's not a bad way to do it, but again, a bit of a hassle and a bit of a frustration, I find. The third option, and the one that I've chosen to show you here this time, and I've done it before with a fair degree of success, doesn't always work, is the method where you move them across the yard or the short distance. In this case, it's about 15-20 meters, and then you close them in for 3 days at least. So you can see here, I've already shown it to you a bit. You can see here that on the bottom of this hive, there's some, you can see the bees there poking their antenna, their legs and the like through those holes. They're dying to come out, and I know that. And that's today's day 3, so I'm going to let that happen soon. Over in this other hive, there's a really small little gap down the bottom here. It's pretty cold weather here in Melbourne today. It's been cold the whole week, which is why I decided I'd make it a cold week when they otherwise wouldn't be foraging much anyway. But you need to, when you close them off like you see here, is you do absolutely need to leave room for airflow. If you didn't leave room for airflow, there's every chance you could find that these bees could die in 3 days without any airflow, without any ventilation. They could die. Overheating, other issues, not a smart way to play it. So just to give you an idea of what I'm going to do tonight, because unfortunately I'm not going to show you the whole situation. I will give you an update on the progress though. But what I'll do tonight is I'm going to use these branches here, and after dark I'm going to remove the cover. I'll set it up to show you how it might work. I'm going to remove the cover from over the hive that I've put over the entrance to the hives. Then I'm going to place roughly, and because it's been pretty windy lately, I'm going to have to probably attach a rope or similar just to keep it in position, but I'm going to then obscure the entrance. So you need to obscure it enough so that the bees find it a challenge when they come out to actually get out of the hive. I can't really do that easily with one hand, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. So you could just pile this up from the bottom, maybe that's a bit easier. I've certainly piled up with wood chips and shavings over the front entrance before. That's going to be a better way to do it, so that when they come out, they're forced into a routine of reorientation. So that firstly, 3 days without any access out of their hive. Force them into reorientation because of that. Force them into reorientation because you've made the entrance obscure and difficult to get out. Now, I almost guarantee there'll be a number of bees that will return over the back there to that original location. If you found that you had lots of bees, as in almost every foraging bee went back over there, you probably need to move the hive quickly back to that location to collect your bees, because they will die on their own over there. But this method has worked for me many times. When I haven't left it for 3 days and I've only allowed it, say, a day or so before I've done this to the entrance and let them back out, I've had problems. And when I haven't obscured the entrance properly like this, I've had problems. And I suppose I should reiterate, make sure there's ventilation, they can breathe, and they can get some airflow into that hive. Great time of year to do it in the winter. Much easier, less likely that they're going to need to be getting out and foraging in this cold weather anyway. They've got plenty of honey stores, so they're not going to starve. And what I'll do next is I'll post this video, but then I'll actually post an update tomorrow of how they're looking and whether or not we're having any success with regard to the actual relocation and whether or not they're flying back to their old location. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an understanding of what this is all about. if you've got another way to do it, please make sure you let us know and give us a bit of an indication as to what works for you. Have you tried this method? Give us some comments to that effect and let us know how you found it. Anyway, it's been great to share this with you, and we'll post our success or otherwise as well, so you can stay up to date. So this is Simon from HiveKeepers, hivekeepers.com, or check us out on the YouTube channel. Thanks again, guys. See ya.